Aquarius, it's Joe, and we're going to talk about January 2021, your general tarot reading, okay? It's been a while since I've been able to post videos. Family and I have been under the weather for several weeks, having to deal with illness, so and now I'm able to get back at it, but I still have a little bit of a cough, so keep that in mind. If I have to cough or clear my throat, I apologize. But we're going to pull an angel card, a spirit guide card, and an oracle card, and then we'll get into the tarot. So, as I always say with my disclaimer, can't be for everybody, can't be for the entire Aquarius collective. It's impossible. Check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Obviously, if you're looking, this is your sun sign reading. But always check your other signs within your chart. You might find that those signs in your chart actually speak closer to you when it comes to general collective tarot readings. And if it's not for you, that's okay. Always another time. Lots of people on YouTube also, so the thing that I see immediately is I want to use this deck. Or do I? Nope, I want to use this one. This is the one I want to use. So I see this flexible card coming out. Okay, you're able to adapt, Aquarius, and be a bit of a chameleon in many circumstances. And this is a time for you where you're going to have to be very flexible in January. You're going to have to be willing to give a little to get. You're going to have to be willing to just kind of go with the current in life, go with the wind, go with the flow. But that's okay, because this is, I think, all about you trusting the process. And you have awakened creativity. Your angel card. This could be tied to Archangel Gabriel and even Archangel Orion. Okay, and so this is really a card of really discovering deep down inside where all those things come from, that maybe you can't always feel like you feel like you can't always tap into that creativity. Sometimes you might feel like you're blocked, and so this is a great time for you to really be able to tap into the highest potential of your creative side, and it's going to help you be very adaptive with this flexibility card. So that those two definitely go together. You also, with the holidays, we're going to be going through Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, and other holidays, and then by the time you get into January, it's all over with, and you have a blessing on a homecoming. So I do like this card because this card isn't necessarily about going home or being in a place that you feel like is home, although many times it can be. This is also many times getting back to feeling like ourselves again. And I feel this is what this is about. This is a blessing on a homecoming. It's like you're finally getting back to who you are. You're getting back to the roots of who you are. And I do feel very strongly that's what this is about, Aquarius. If you hear some noise, my cat getting into everything. So Miss Cleo is a bit of a troublemaker when I do readings. Alright, Four of Swords in your recent past here, Aquarius. And the Six of Cups also. Interesting, blessing on a homecoming. It's like looking back, being nostalgic almost, like, and longing for that feeling again. So many of you might have been like kind of longing for a time in your life where things felt very secure and predictable. And this Four of Swords is here, and so it's like you're just feeling maybe very disconnected from the world around you, the people in your life, and obviously that could be because of the times we're living in. It could be because of other circumstances in your life. So apply that how you will for your circumstances if this reading is speaking to you. But so this is like looking back at like a time that you really feel very connected to, and it's maybe you're discovering or realizing that there's a part of yourself you lost touch with. And you know, life is not moving very fast for you right now, or hasn't been. We'll see what's going to happen. Life hasn't been moving very fast for you up until this point, and you know, you've had a lot of time to reflect. But you've been working on, you have the Magician here. You've been working on something, or trying to get yourself out of this. For some of you, it might feel like a rut. For others of you, it might have just felt like, okay, there's nothing happening in my life, and that's okay. I'm just going to take the time to kind of be at one with myself and just be okay with the way things are. And so you've had that time to really reflect and look back and see what you actually valued about your past, so that way you can apply that moving forward. So I do feel like there's a lot of reconnecting here, mostly with your past and yourself, and allowing that to kind of bridge the gap so you can move forward. Excuse me. But the Magician, it's like you really are, like, you are really ready, set, go. You're ready to just take this time and put it behind you. And so in January, you have the Six of Coins. So I like that coming out. And you have the Knight of Cups. So somebody's definitely coming toward you in January. And there's a change in the wind. There's a shift in direction. You have the Death card. So where you've been is coming to an end. And so you're kind of like, you're getting out of a cycle. I should have some water with me, but I don't. So you're getting out of a cycle, and you're moving into a new phase of your life. Two coins. You have some choices to make. You got one thing or the other, but you can't have both. You can't do both. So you might be having to struggle with an offer of something to do with your career, work, finances, stability, and an offer of love. And it's this Two of Pentacles is coming up, and you might be feeling like, I have to choose between one or the other. For some reason, you can't necessarily have both at this time moving forward in January and into February. And so you're evaluating what you're going to choose in January. So you're realizing you finally are getting out of this stagnation. But you've really been trying to, the Magician is here, maybe manifest. But you've been trying to just pull everything together to get things completed and wrapped up in your life, so you can just do something else or move on to something else. And the Death card comes out, and there is something coming your way. But I do feel like you have to choose between two things that you value, okay? And in that choice, you might find that... interesting, this comes out. You might find that it's much easier than maybe you had thought initially it would be. You have the Two of Cups. So Gemini, Libra, and now you, Aquarius, have all different decks have had Two of Cups, and it's just pretty interesting how that kind of ties together, so I think that you're choosing what the heart wants this time around, and it very well is probably a person. I did say you have somebody coming toward you. This is like they're bringing their heart to you, and this other person is trying to get you in another direction, and it's something that's probably going to demand a lot of your time, your talent, and so I feel like you don't sit on this very long. And the Two of Cups, if it's not about love or romance, it's about something you really love and crave, that is like this, something that fills your heart up. So again, apply it for your circumstances, Aquarius, how you will. And you have the Lovers here. So definitely a lot about choosing what the heart wants versus choosing something that you might be afraid that it's an opportunity you might have to just do away with for the time being. You know, we've all had to make choices and turn opportunities down. Loud car. Sometimes, you know, we have to make tough choices, but I feel like ultimately to you, this isn't really that tough of a choice. I think that you've probably spent so much time going after what you think and what you want in your mind that is calculated and all about precision. And this time around, I think that you really want what your heart is set on. And that is probably, for many of you, love, or it's something that you just love very much. Cleo, my cat, she's just... Alright, she's about to knock a bunch of things over. So, you have the Empress here. Some of you literally could be like, this leads to a family, a baby, a child. Others of you, this is just the birth of a whole new thing in your life. And I really do feel like that's what that's about. Maybe one of you or two of you, that's what this leads to. I don't know. But I do feel like this is like, you have the Death card and you have the Empress, and it's like right away, you know, in January and into February, right away, this like is like something completely new and fresh in your life, and it's something you can nurture and build upon. Absolutely, absolutely love this, Aquarius. And Judgment. It's like you're seeing that the choices and decisions that you're making are ultimately the ones that are correct and that are best for you at this time. And I see that like it's like you're waking up and saying, I've missed so much, and now I'm getting back to who I am, what I want for myself, and you're really at a time, you know, if you have to turn an offer down versus something else, you know, there is this creativity here. There is a workaround for you in this. There are other channels and other paths for you, Aquarius. And this flexibility card is, you know, sometimes we have to be willing to just go with it. And I did say that very early in the reading. It's like going with the flow, going with the wind, the current of the water. You know, it's like sometimes we just have to let life take us on a journey and not try to control it, Aquarius. And then you have the Eight of Swords here. This is like the thing that worries you, like, because you're an Aquarius and you're an overthinker. And it's all about, you know, am I making the correct decision? And I think you have to say, instead of saying, am I making the correct decision? Am I doing what my heart wants? That's where you're going to find your answers. That's where you're going to know. That's where you're going to feel like you're getting back to yourself, a piece of yourself that you've let go for a very, very long time, Aquarius. I love this reading. This is a great reading. Probably the best reading I've done in a while, since I started doing readings again. Now that I'm feeling better, and I love it. I love it. This is like very, very positive and very just charged up with you know, stuff that fills the heart, and ultimately that's what's fulfilling, not anything else. So Aquarius, if this resonated with you, some of it, most of it, part of it, leave me a thumbs up, let me know, leave a comment, I would appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe so you get more from me down the road if you would like to. I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks for joining me.